not sure there's much to talk about, is there? That's the motivation for this whole thing, bringing people in. I think the perception of someone like me is that I live a really kind of lavish lifestyle. The shoots that I do, the way I play.
I feel like at times, like I've got the stadium like that. You can feel everyone just going, I just feel like, oh, I've got you like that.
I get called arrogant a lot. There's too much negativity anyway. I need to be confident. Someone has to believe in me, you know? But off the pitch, I feel like I'm a really normal guy.
I thought I was going to go, You're going again. See ya. See you in 15 minutes.
I'll never be satisfied. I've got to do what it takes to win.
Yeah, if it helps people to get to know me better, that's great. If people are still unhappy, then oh man, the last year's been mad. It's one of those cities that are built around the football team. You know, everything in the city's black and yellow. The people are very working class and industrial city. It reminded me a lot of Birmingham in some sense, which gave me a bit of a connection to the city and the people of the city. And you know what the club means to them.
For the last game of the season, and if they win, they win the league first time in 12 years.
Might be the last time I step out here as a home player.
Bellingham, stay in Dortmund. Stay in Dortmund.
At the start of the season, playing at home, last game of the season, if you win, that's it. They would snap your hands off.
The atmosphere around the city, there's always a big sort of game day atmosphere, but I think it's a little bit different today. I think you can feel a little bit of tension.
I've missed the last 2 games because of the problems I've had with my knee. I was in good nick this week. I think the last 2 weeks have been a little bit political with everything that could happen in the summer, and there was a bit of pressure perhaps not to play, and I wasn't called upon today.
And that was flicked on, and hang on, Mainz score the first goal. Lee's cross, and Isido's there, and they have a second goal. And this is unbelievable. Heartbreak. They had to win here at home to Mainz. They couldn't find a win. Bayern and not Dortmund are champions.
Everything kind of I felt numb, to be honest. I felt numb, and then when they all started saying my name, like the tears just started flowing out of me, to be honest. I was just heartbroken.
I had 3 amazing years at Dortmund, and obviously the player that I am now is because of those years, because of those experiences that I've had.
Jude will be world champion with England. He will win the Champions League. Jude will be in the history of football. And he was made a little bit here, and I'm proud of it.
transfer to Madrid's been announced today for the presentation and the signing tomorrow.
Jobe's about to interview me.
Apparently. So we'll see how it goes.
So, sacked. So, you were a 4-year-old when the last Englishman played for Real Madrid in 2007. What are the earliest memories of Real Madrid?
I always remember watching Revista de la Liga. Remember that?
Which match are you most excited to play?
I think the Clásicos, obviously. But any match at the Bernabeu, really, in the Champions League, I think is going to be special.
What would be your favourite moment from Real Madrid in the Champions League?
Looking back before my time, I'd say Zidane's volley. Since I've been alive, I'd probably say the one against Atletico when Ramos equalised with the header late and then they won 4-1 in extra time. Thanks for your time. You're good at that.
What do you think?
Yeah, nice. It's really nice. Really nice. I can't look at the shoes, but I'll take it above the shoe.
Vale.
Cool. Perfect.
Well, at the end, when I said what photo, of course, when thank you. I just do a coffee, is it? Yeah. Can I have a coffee? White coffee, thank you. Right, so, Jude, you've got to sign that. That's the end of Dortmund. Liga. Okay? Man, that was proper. That was awful. That was like Doctor Who.
Yeah, we're not getting about that.
Hola chicos, come with me on my presentation day.
This way, Jude. Oh, sorry. Yeah, right here. Yeah, over the flash.
Too big for me.
When I first saw Bellingham 5, it will live with me forever.
It's amazing to carry on the legacy, hopefully, of one of my favourite players. So, yeah, amazing.
I'm not coming here trying to be Zinedine Zidane. He was amazing. I'm trying to be Jude Bellingham, who continues the legacy of the number 5.
Enjoy.
Hola todos and hola Madridistas. I just want to say thank you everyone in the room and everyone watching online for joining me for the proudest day of my life. My speech, there was nerves, but as soon as I got up there and seeing my dad smile, my mum filming, and my brother, who actually looked quite mardy, I said to him after what was up, he's just like, I'm so focused on what you wanted to say. And you think like, well then, why am I worried? And finally, Hala Madrid.
This way.
Everyone says, oh, it's a heavy shirt, and it just felt so light on me. I felt like just, this is meant to be. In that moment, there's a sense of, like, not completion, there's still a lot to do, but I'm very close to it.
Yeah, more.
With the head. With the head.
Yeah, it's difficult.
Makeup on the ball. You try and be a good footballer, you try and be a good person for everyone else, but really you just want to make your family happy.
This is in Glasgow, no?
Glasgow.
Leverkusen?
Leverkusen, 2-1. Bobby. Yes. It's I mean,
I still can't really process how well the day's gone and how much I enjoyed it. I'd live it over 100 times if I could.
It's sorting out the rentals next. That's going to be the thing. Actually, we've got to start looking at properties, getting them comfortable.
Good? ¿Cómo estás? ¿Foto?
¿Qué tal?
Good. Bueno.
Extremely hot, like especially in July.
Wow.
Because up to 40 degrees. Like 3 in the morning, 32 degrees at night.
40.
Yeah.
He's going to be sweltering.
It's not very fast.
I thought I was going to go, Couldn't walk. We go again. See ya. See you in 15 minutes.
We're leaving.
It's like a fire pit here. It's nice. Get a table there, some cards. I don't want to go in too early and then end up seeing something better. Don't want to walk away and be like sold. But it is nice, real nice. 3 years from Birmingham to Madrid isn't bad. Straight to the food.
I looked across at Jude and he looked very choked, and I thought, this is his moment. He finally gets it. There's been a couple of moments for me. One was when he went to the World Cup, and he said he sat on the plane and he was talking to me and he said, Mum, I sat on the plane and I thought, this is it. This is, and he was teary, and I thought, it's one of his moments. And that, when he looked across at me and I thought, oh, he's tearful, he looked at me, I looked at him, and I thought, yeah, it's his moment.
Yesterday was nice, but
next
now
week
it feels
it's
like,
gonna
well, I
be-
want Jobe to have his day.
yeah.
Finally someone to say, it's not Jude's brother. You've got the Sunderland fans who've got no connection to Jude now, who'll just say, that's Jobe, he's ours.
I just want to see Jobe on the pitch, doing in a Jobe shirt, not a Bellingham shirt, just starting and having his moment. So next week again, lovely, but I just want him to start and have his moment.
When Jobe signed for Sunderland, I got to be there with him.
Following this guy can't be a good thing.
Come on!
Was one of those where I was kind of just as proud of him being at mine.
I think it looks really cool, the 7, and my name, my first name just over it's really cool. I like it. Yeah.
You absolute sussy. Back for the first goal. Yeah.
It's difficult not being together all the time now that Dad lives with Jobe and Mum lives with me.
It's just tough, isn't it? You can't put your finger on like one emotion. It's just a range, isn't it? Really, where you just miss your mum. I think every time I'm with my brother, I'm just laughing. We're just constantly making jokes. We barely really talk about football.
My mum's the backbone. She's the one who kind of gives me the support I need kind of as a son, like emotionally and mentally. Obviously, my dad was the exact same when I lived with him and still is, but from afar. And he does that job now for Jobe.
Well, people at the club have been telling me as well, you've been sending them like kisses on emails.
Yeah, I do. I send you something. What emails?
Why would you do that?
What emails? No, I don't send emails. Oh, Sam. Yeah. So he sent me the contract. So, thanks, Pab. It's this.
He's been sending like X's, kisses. Why are you doing that? You know that embarrasses me as well, though.
Yeah, but that's my.
That is so embarrassing for me.
Me.
Maybe if Jude learned how to cook and drive, then Mum could come back and live with me. But no, yeah, he's useless, so I'll have to make do on her. So.
Training with the Madrid squad for the first time was a little bit surreal. You know, these are players that I've used on FIFA. Playing with those guys just takes your whole game to another level, makes you understand the game better, makes you feel like you belong. Such a good relationship between everyone. They're down to earth, and despite what they've won and what they've achieved, and they've welcomed me with open arms and want to get me involved in everything. It's the same for me. I've just thought, why not throw myself at it? It was difficult at the start of the season. Obviously, as a Real Madrid player, you're just desperate to play at the Bernabeu. First 3 games were away from home because of the construction.
It's the first weekend of the season in La Liga. Jude Bellingham, he will make his debut today.
Surreal, you know, you look down or you catch a glimpse of yourself in the mirror just before you go out and you see yourself in the beautiful all white kit and you just feel like... I didn't get the best connection on it, and in the end it's kind of hit perfectly into the ground, lofted over. When you score against an opposition, you're not doing it to provoke them, you're just doing it because you're happy that you've scored. So yeah, put my arms out, do the celebration that I always do, and I remember a couple of their players come over to me saying like, oh, you can't do that here, you can't do that here, and yeah, I've not listened, so yeah, I'll probably keep doing it. I'm getting ready for the game and I was watching Jobe play. Like, I remember I was actually brushing my teeth at the time. I sent a video into the group chat. The stream stopped working on my phone. I'm gutted. I'm like, oh, gone on the scores app and he has scored again and I'm like shaking. I'm like in shock that he scored twice. And then I'll never forget, as we're coming out, Ancelotti goes to me, he goes, no, we bought the wrong one. And I'm like, are you joking? I says, no, seriously, I'm going to bring him in. I'm going to bring him in. I says, well, where are you going to play him? He says, in your position? I was like, that. And then finally kind of give me a little smirk and my heart just drops and I thought, okay, fine. And I'm like, God, no pressure for today.
Flips that back to Valverde. Bellingham with the chance, and it's in. Bellingham's 2 goals in 2 games.
Coming back out for the second half, that one of the staff said to me was, well, Jobe got 2, go and get another one.
Real Madrid take the lead. Bellingham makes it 3 goals in 2 games.
Just a really good day for us, that was. And I remember the first thing I did after that game was call him. It's really special when you have that moment to share.
Another very impressive performance all round from Real Madrid.
One really good way to start my Madrid career, and then I think that just gives you the confidence and the platform to keep building. So when it rolled around to play at the Bernabeu, I felt more than ready. It's unbelievable, it's like a proper arena. It was an incredible atmosphere. When it dropped me, I was like, yeah, like Christmas.
He's done it again in all 4 of Real Madrid's first games of the season.
because it was my first game there as well. It was extra special and it was extra loud, and it was just a great day. Never forget it, ever.
Stressful, but it couldn't have ended better.
Pues! Pues! Vamos!
Ooh. Football first grabbed me when I think I was about 7. My dad would take me to a lot of his games and a lot of the coaching sessions that he used to do, and it just didn't really appeal to me. During the games when the other kids was playing, I was trying to make little daisy chains for my mum. I remember my dad looking at me just thinking, God, what a waste of space this kid is, by the way. I remember just starting to go and starting to think, God, I'll kick it around a bit. My mum was upset because she stopped getting daisy chains, but after that, I just really wanted to play.
This is the way to score.
Go on, Jude! Then I remember scoring a lot of goals.
I'm Jude Bellingham, I'm a striker.
I was a horrible loser though. Still not great now, and then it became just everything. When it grabs you, it's something really special. That's the effect that football's had on my life in general, really.
And to think that little kid is now playing for England blows my mind.
I don't take for granted what it means to be going to play for England, and it helps going in with good form as well. It means that, you know, I'm confident and I can go in and just play my game really the same way I've been playing it here in Madrid. The start of this season we hadn't qualified. We'd had a bit of a tough group actually. A couple of the ones that are like dark horse ones where the games can be quite tough. One of those games, it wasn't a disaster but also wasn't amazing. Of course, you have to listen to the media and all the people talk about how poor we were and how bad England are and how we've got no chance of the Euros. And I think that fueled the team as well because it was a big game. The next one, Scotland, it's a friendly, but it's never really a friendly, is it? I remember doing a few chops on the left-hand side and setting one for Phil, who crossed it in, and had a little bit of a mix-up at the back. The ball dropped to me and it was, you know, wheeled away and done my celebration in front of the England fans at Hampden. It's like, what more can you want as an England player? All of a sudden after that one we went back from being the worst team in the world to the Euro favourites again, so that's always enjoyable as well.
Great win for the boys, and now it's back to Madrid, Champions League time.
Real Madrid and the Champions League are synonymous, really. It's just a special feeling going into those games that they can't be beaten. I always felt that watching as a fan and now as a player. It's like a force field that the Bernabeu is, where you feel like whoever comes there, they won't beat us. The history of the club almost rubs off on the players when they sign, and you understand how important it is that when you play for this club, you represent the people and the players that have come before you. There's a lot of pressure to win it as well. They say if you haven't won the Champions League yet as a Real Madrid player, you're not really a Real Madrid player. So you're looking around the change room and players have 5 or 6 or whatever it was, and you have some players who've won them with other clubs, and you're kind of sat there with never been past the quarterfinals.
The Champions League group stage always is an important date on the football calendar. Double block and Bellingham's there! The 20-year-old Englishman who is making his mark on the world game. He's done it with Dortmund. He's doing it with Real Madrid now.
I was surprised that I'd started so well in terms of the goals. The team makes it so easy, they make it so enjoyable. I think when you're playing with such great players, it takes the pressure off you, makes you feel like I can rely on these guys wholeheartedly and know that they're going to produce even if I don't. first derby of the season was difficult. We'd won all the games heading into the game against Atletico, and yeah, it was difficult. I think everyone's pride takes hit, you know, in derby games when we were playing so well, winning so many games, you expect to go there and win. And then when you don't, you almost feel a little bit embarrassed because you'd built all this form in the games that maybe weren't as tough, and you feel like, oh, the first tough game you play, you've kind of fell at the hurdle. It's so important. Failure is in football, and losing, it's such a big factor in picking yourself up, not only because you make tweaks tactically in terms of football side, but the mental side as well. You know, I always feel like I hate losing more than I enjoy winning.
Carried away by Gazzaniga, and forced to Bellingham. It's another goal for Jude Bellingham. Real Madrid 3-0 in front. Lays it off to Bellingham. Bellingham shoots and scores. He's done it again. It's usually a late one. This time it's come early. Just 8 minutes up. Back to Bellingham. This could be two. Through the goalkeeper's legs. 2-0 to Real Madrid. Jude Bellingham's second goal of the game.
We're back on track in the league. Now it's time to get ready for a massive game with England.
Italy at home was my favourite England game so far. You know, the last time we'd played there against them, we'd lost the European Championship final. Knowing for us that we could be comfortably one of the top nations, even from a losing position, I think it does amazing things for the confidence of all the players. And that was a massive turning point in terms of the way I viewed our squad, definitely.
When people are so mature, I can't even get changed on me.